I can't believe this. We have been on a journey these past weeks, and we are entering into the ending of this journey, sacred seeding. So we went through the primal mud, into the seeking light, into the luminous ascent, into the radiant blossoming, even inside of a winter. And then now we are closing the sacred seeding. So I'm very, very, very interested and curious about what are your seeds that you are wanting to bring into this world. And today I have to be very personal. I felt that this is my seeding into this world today, and I can't even, I have to share the whole story with you today to show you what the sacred seeding is. And what ignited it all is that a lot of you have asked about my beard. And I am asking myself about my beard too. This is the very first time in my life that I have given my beard to be as natural as possible and just growing it, and having this feeling of power and empowerment, because most of the time and most of my life I have been, I have been confronted with this, shaving your legs, shaving your armpits as a teenager, being, part of the herd, being part of the gang, being part of, of the girls school gang and rules and conformations, with lipsticks and, and spending hours and hours in front of the mirror. And I have been in a theater school, youth school. So we would be, we would be training for weeks and weeks and studying, and then we would go on the road for 3 months of the summer. And I can tell you that I felt like I want to be a wild cat. Would you ask the cat to, to cut off her whiskers? You wouldn't, no? And a wild animal, would you try to tame a lioness? And then try to, try to dye her hair or take off her beard or, take off her claws or whatever? No, you wouldn't. And I feel the same. I feel that power and empowering. And I had this, years of my long, long, long dreadlocks that were actually moving beyond my knees and growing beyond my knees. Because this shamanic feeling, this feeling of animal, animated, to be absolutely your true self, to be absolutely non-conforming into this world, how can you express this, how can you ask yourself, where are you, and what is the part in you that you don't like, your nose or your gray hair or long hair or curled hair, or your breasts or your belly or your body or your fat or whatever it is, or your scar on your face. It's almost like a jewel on your face. I have a friend who has a scar on his face, and I love it. It's almost like a jewel, like a gemstone on his face. It's giving him a beautiful character. And like the women who run with the wolves, there are so many stories. And one of the stories is the butterfly woman. Everybody's anticipating that woman, that dance of the woman on the mountain, and coming from all across this globe. And then this woman is entering the field like an old woman with her, weathered breasts, and her hair is absolutely wild, and she has nothing that you could say this is beautiful or cosmetic beautiful. But then when she starts to dance, it's the power of the beauty of inside of you. It's the, you would always say it's the halo around your face. It's also the, I also asked a friend of mine who really take care of her cosmetic, and she wouldn't even make one call before 1 hour of making her face and like everything must be one layer after the other. And I asked her, do you, are you hating my, my beard? And she said, no, I don't see this. I only see your beauty, your deep beauty and love. And I can tell you, like across all of the ages, like many decades, like for example, when visiting the festivals, eh, big premieres, I would submit myself to the to the hairdresser and the cosmetics, and I would submit myself to taking off all of my hair, with waxes and and pin sets and all of that. Even doing it to myself, it's hurting very much, but then I would say, okay, 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 it is for this festival, it is for this conference, it is for the world. But now I can tell you, I am here fully embracing my beard, and I can see this in the children in the subway, or on the streets, where they will just like you know point at me, and I will go to them, ask them, what do you see? What are your questions? And like, I want to answer your questions. I want to tell you my story. And I want you to feel that this is very normal. I am a woman with a beard, but I just don't cut it off. I don't shave it off, And I can also tell you that this is a story of lifetime, because it's still very hard for me to accept myself fully. It's still like when I see my nose in front of the camera, I say, "Oh my God, this is a big nose," or my, or my, my age points here, or whatever it is. And I can tell you, it's still a deep work. Like, it is still a deep work of reflection, of contemplation, of awareness. And I am sharing this with you to invite you, as a sacred seeding, to look into your mirror and to look at your beloved, yourself, and just look at your journey until now, and look at what are you conforming to. And like, we have all of these movements of the like of the queers and non-binaries, and and whatever, like non-gender and non-defined and all of that. But in indigenous world, there were always the hybrids, the Aphrodites. There were always the masculine aspects. We all have the masculine and the feminine aspects inside of us. And I am embracing it all. And I invite you to go deeper and deeper into this query. And I love that many of your comments is, what is about your chin and your beard? And I can tell you when was the trigger for me to rebel. It was with my sister. Like, I was at her house and she was saying, hey, just take this dirt off. And I was saying, I looked at her and say, what? This is not dirt. This is my hair. Would you go to your cats and say, hey, take, let me take your, yes, I told you, take your fur off or your whiskers off. No, you wouldn't. You love your cat exactly as she is. It's her body, it's her anima, it's her power, it's her beauty. And then when we are looking into beauty and confirming to beauty, or conforming to a questionable beauty rules or model, I can tell you that I'm rebelling, because the beauty, the deep beauty and healing and love is coming from the inside. And I'm also in awe about my partner. Like, I'm asking him to shave, because I don't like actually beard with men. Like, that is the paradox of it all. But he's accepting it. Like, he loves to, like, he doesn't love to shave, but like, he is, also doing a lot of work inside of the camera, and talking to hundreds of people inside of his business and his mentors. So he's shaving, but he's accepting that I'm not shaving. And I am experimenting with it. I'm experimenting with being in myself, with accepting every little hair of my body, and every little hair on my face, and every little inch of my being, my true self, out and inside. Like, the inside is the reflection of the outside, and the outside is the reflection of the inside. And this is my seeding into this world. This is also my revelation to myself. Like, to look into the mirror, and I love you, Eva. I love you. I love every little hair, every little gray hair on your, every little curled hair. You know, like my mother would try when I was a child in the school. I was in a nun school, in like Catholic school, German school in Egypt. So she would, you know, take hours and try to straighten my hair, and like it was so painful, you know. But now I'm taking it all in. I'm taking it all in, and I am also you know, inspiring you to really share your own story. I'm inspiring you to share your own struggle. I want you also, because we are not condemning the conformation, or that you are dyeing your hair, or you are taking off all of your black pixels here on your nose. You're like, I'm not condemning it, but I want you to tell us your story. I want you to tell us where are you conforming, and where would you like to be yourself, totally, unapologetically, un, un, you know, like untamed yourself. Yes, I am here, and I can tell you it's a lifetime, and it's a game changer. I have to do this every little day. I have to ask myself, I have to be connecting to myself. I have to be in bonding with myself and this world. I love you.